Bonjour and welcome back to my channel. Claude here. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Lenormand deck by Rana George. So it's called the Rana George Lenormand. Now this is, if you're not familiar, it's not a tarot deck. This is a different divination system which originated in France. It was created by Miss Lenormand, Mademoiselle Lenormand. And it is always smaller sizes cards, like bridge cards, and it has normally 36 cards. So this is what it looks like from the front. So it's created by Rana George, and the artwork is by Cali L. French. That's ironic, isn't it? There's the bind, and you can see it's metallic. It's absolutely stunning. And there's the back. This is a US Games published, and you can see there's metallic gold everywhere on it. It's really stunning. It opens like this. It's magnetic, and yeah, it's really nice. I'm going to read you the back very quickly. So, with a sprinkle of Lebanese folklore and a dash of 1001 Nights, this exotic Lenormand deck reflects Rana George's nostalgic views and personal memories of Lebanon. Rana also shares her considerable expertise in the art of reading with the Lenormand system. Every exquisite details of the Rana George Lenormand serves a mission of creating a deck unlike any other, with its enticing artwork and insightful instruction. This 42-card deck includes extra man and woman cards, as well as 4 additional cards that enhance the Lenormand experience. Includes a 124-page guidebook. So yes, so normally there's 36 cards. She's added 4 that she created herself, and I'll go through them with you, and an extra man and an extra woman, which, you know, it can be interesting if you're using it for querents, you know, when you need a significator. This is my favorite Lenormand. I do hold quite a few of them. I'm familiar with the system. I use it a lot when I want a very clear-cut answer. So when you open it, this is the inside of the box. It's always so pretty. There's the guidebook, and you get 2 little stacks. Now, normally I'm not keen on splitting the deck, but I don't mind with Lenormand cards for some reason, because they're smaller. And I'll talk to you about the cards in a minute. So if you don't want to hear what I've got to say about the guidebook, just go to the timestamp and go straight to the cards. So this is what it looks like. So when you open it, you get the title page, an introduction. She explains to you how she came about actually creating her own deck, her own Lenormand deck, how she wanted it to scream of her, you know, like her personality, her style, and she is from Lebanon, that's why. You know, it's got that beautiful exotic feel to it, as they put it. So it's really nice. And then there's a lovely dedication here to Sana, a true hero disguised as an incredible, marvelous and amazing mother. I love you, Mom. And that to me, that's really heartfelt. It's beautiful. So then the cards, and she goes straight into it. So I will say this, she has written a huge book, like thick, on how to read the Lenormand cards, and I read a few, and hers is by far the best, and I'm going to be reviewing her book, and I will be posting it next week if you're interested. So this is a 2-part really. This is her deck, and then next week, hopefully I'll have time, I'll post the book, because I have learned techniques I didn't know about when it comes to reading Lenormand from her. She's amazing. So you just get a glimpse of her knowledge here, is what I'm trying to say. So the first card is always the rider, so you got the number. There's a little summary right here of what this is. A couple of quotes, you know, from Voltaire and, you know, famous people. What the card says in a reading. And here she puts an example, basically. So context, for instance, Samira had a fight with her boyfriend. She's torn between pleasing her family and a relationship with Fadi. Question, should I let him go? And then 4 cards that have been drawn, including the rider, obviously, and she shows you the answer. So she really explains to you how to combine what the rider means on its own with the cards around it, which I really like. And she does this for every single one of them. You know, a couple of questions. And then at the bottom here, you've got the Rana George Lenormand rider. And this is where you get explanation on the artwork. You know, why the cards look the way they do. And so you go through all of them, and I'm gonna show you card 37 because that's a card she added. So Spirit. So she says, behind the veil of our reality, a purple haze surrounds a being suspended in a different time and space. In another dimensional arena, a spirit holds wind, air and ether in one hand, and our earth or material world in another. With its fiery mane and its body half kneeling in the icy waters, we can feel the presence of all of the elements here and beyond. And so when this card appears in a reading, she says it brings in the third eye chakra, the I see factor into the reading, and what your real eyes cannot see. It represents the feeling and the little pulses of intuition we get that we often brush off with our self-doubts. So there's a lot more, but that's to give you the essence of the card. And, same format with the explanation and association. 38 is Incense Burner. And when the incense burner appears in a reading, it talks about cleaning, clearing, dispersing, saging and banishing any negative or unwanted energies. It also addresses any type of rituals or practices requiring the use of incense for purging, purifying, offering, conjuring or summoning. So it can tell you in a direct way, clean up, for instance, that kind of thing. Card 39 is the Bed. So she said, if you want to add this card to your deck, it will take the sex aspect and all the sexuality away from the Whip card, which generally speaking, traditionally with the Lenormand, that's the Whip. The Bed is the sex card, the getting involved with, sleeping with and lying in a bed with card. It can also be about sleep, take a break, a siesta, relaxing, unwinding, lying down, all of that kind of stuff. And then you have the Market, which is the last one she added. The Market, otherwise known as the Souk, encompasses all types of jobs and would take away the work aspect from the Fox or any other card that you chose to include in the deck. The Market represents all labor, trade, commerce and service, as well as bankers, sales clerks, manufacturers, traders, consultants, artisans and laborers alike. So she added those cards to take away some of the meanings of other cards so that the other cards could keep a more compact meaning, if you see what I mean, because the Fox is not just work, the Fox is also, scheming and plotting. So it's a choice whether you keep them or not. I personally find them very useful. I've kept all the cards she added, basically. I have kept them. So that was the guidebook. Now on to the stars of the show, the beautiful cards. So let me grab them. As I said, Lenormand cards are much smaller than tarot decks, bridge size. I've got average size hands. And look at that. Look how gorgeous this is with the metallic background. I love it. So yeah, very, very nice deck. What have I done? They're not in the right order anymore. Hang on a minute. Let me put them together. There we go, like that. Okay, I will show you something at the end that's beautiful that you can do with them, because basically you've got tiling around the edges, and if you put them together, when you do your grand tableau, you have a beautiful mosaic. It's so nice. She's kept the insert of the normal playing cards there as well, which is nice because I don't like Lenormand decks that get rid of that. I think it's important that it's there, and then you've got the picture, obviously. So there's your first one. I hope you can see because they're smaller. The rider, the clover, ship. Now I really, really like this kind of artwork, but obviously, this is a question of taste. The house, the tree, the cloud, the snake. I think that's really pretty too. So it is a matte cardstock, but it's got that gorgeous gilding. And the coffin, the bouquet, and the scythe, the whip, the birds, child. You see the fox, as I said, it can mean work, but it also means, you know, someone scheming, that kind of thing. So if you have the market as your card for work, then it means that you know exactly what the fox is. I like that. The bear, the stars. Okay, so that's half the deck, so I'm going to start putting the other cards on the other side. She's put two men, so you have a modern version and then the traditional, you know, the exotic version, as they said. And same for the woman, that's the exotic version, obviously, and the more modern one. And then there's the extra card, so that's the spirit card, which is the intuition card, the third eye that she was talking about. That's the incense burner, which was, you know, the need to clean up or clear or cleanse. That was the bed card and the market card to replace the work. So what I was telling you about is it's really pretty when, you know, when you use the Lenormand, you can do the Grand Tableau, which is lining up all of your cards. And if you look, I mean, I'm not going to do a Grand Tableau because I'm going to bore you. This is not the point of this review. But if you look, it looks so pretty because it looks like you have a mosaic. I hope you can see this. Let me move them up a bit. There you go. So if you look at that and look how they match, I think that really looks very nice on the table. But that's my point of view, okay? So feel free to let me know if you feel otherwise. But yeah, so that was my review of the Rana George Lenormand deck. I really love it. I think it's absolutely stunning. And she's a very, very good teacher. The booklet on its own is a man of information. So yeah, that's my favorite one. And next week I shall be posting the review of her book on how to read the Lenormand system. And she is amazing at teaching and simplifying it and getting really into the depth of it without overwhelming you. So thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you've enjoyed this. I wish you a wonderful day and I will see you again very soon. Let me know in the comment box below what you thought. I'd love to hear from you. Until next time, au revoir.